Right, hello lads and lasses, and welcome back to Boys Down Under, where today Celtic are back in action in the league, and I couldn't be happier about that. But before we get into the video though, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to help, the channel grow, and it supports me as a creator heaps. But without further ado, let's get into it. So Celtic are back in action, as I've said, at home in the league against Aberdeen, and 3 points are an absolute must from this match. Also, it is the first match back at Paradise since the passing of Bertie Auld. But running into this match, as Celtic are coming off the back of what I guess we could say was a heartbreaking result in terms of the 3-2 loss to Bayer Leverkusen. Now, that was awfully hard to take as a supporter. But before that, however, Celtic literally had not lost a game since early October. So I guess we can say maybe it was a fork stuck in the road. But our last match against Aberdeen saw us go out as 2-1 winners thanks to a late winner from Jota. So hopefully we can do it again today. But as for Aberdeen, the Dons have had a mixed bag recently, and their form has been awfully shaky. Now, their last 5 matches they've seen, they've played, they have lost twice, they have won twice, and they have drawn once. So that leaves Stephen Glass's side sitting 8th in the league and leaving Stephen Glass under a monumental amount of pressure, which we'll get into later in the preview. Now, the injuries and suspension wise, and the Dons have a few Donnies out. You see what I did there? I think I'm pretty proud of that. It took me like 2 seconds to think up. Anyways, Calvin Ramsey, Andrew Considine, Declan Gallagher, Michael Devlin, and Matthew Kennedy are all out with injury for this match. Then there's also Funso Ojo. I love that name. How could you hate a player with a name like that, Funso Ojo? He's out suspended after a double booking against Dundee United. Now, obviously, that probably would have been revoked if it was a straight red, but in footballing world, the rules state you can't have a double yellow card rescinded, I guess we could say. Now, for the hoops, and we have the usuals out. We've got Julien, Taylor, Karamoko, no chance of playing for them. Rogic and Starfelt apparently were very close to playing against Bayer Leverkusen, so that likely means that they're even closer to make an appearance for the Celtic against Aberdeen. Now, whether Ange wants to play them or doesn't want to play them, that's up to him at the end of the day, but they are assumed to be closer to a return to play. Near Baton, no update on his head knock. We'll have to wait and see what the go is with him, but when the lineups will get released an hour before kickoff. Then it also got Georgios Giacomakis. No updates on him. He's had scans on his knees, we don't know anything about what's wrong yet. So, where does this leave us in terms of a lineup? And there are a lot of uncertainties, I guess we could say, in the lineup, because there's a lot of anomalies, I guess we could say, because does he start near Baton, or does he rest him and start James McCarthy? Well, does he start Tommy Rogic, or does he save Tom Rogic as sort of a super sub type player, as the same role he played last time we played Aberdeen, which, to be fair, worked out very well for us. But still, I think if we had started him from the onset, it would have been a lot easier of a match, and a lot easier to have gotten those 3 points, which we had to rescue at the death. But let's look at my lineup predictions. So I am going for Joe Hart in goals. Then we have Tony Ralston at the right back spot, Cameron Carter-Vickers and Stephen Welsh as the 2 centre-halves. I feel Ange will want to give Starfelt just that extra game just to rest up the hamstring, just due to the nature of a hamstring injury, because it's very likely if you get rushed back just a little bit too much that it can go again and you can be out for even longer. So I think he'll be rested for the Hearts game. Then we've got Josip Juranovic at left back. Then I am predicting James McCarthy as to play the CDM role. I think Nearbaton will be rested. How well will McCarthy play? I guess we'll have to wait and see. And just given positive updates about him, but still, I think a lot of supporters, myself included, are very skeptical on the playing ability of James McCarthy at the moment. Then moving up the field, we have Callum McGregor, and then at the cam role, it is David Turnbull. Into the front three we go, and I think it's going to be the exact same front three as we saw against Leverkusen, that's Jota on the left, Forest on the right, and then Kyogo up top. So that's my lineup prediction, and into the final score prediction. And speaking on the match and speaking on the best way to honour Bertie, old Ange had to say that the way we do it as a team is to go out there and hopefully put on a performance that he would smile about. And hopefully that's what the boys can do, because looking at it, I see no reason as to why Celtic can't take this game as a walk in the park. Because you look at it, Stephen Glass is under heaps of pressure. He literally is on a stay of execution at Aberdeen right now. So don't be surprised, I reckon, if they just sit back and try and go for a 1-point result out of a possible 3 points, because points are points, and right now for Stephen Glass, he will take what he can get. It's like he's on Centrelink. You guys, UK, I don't even know if you have Centrelink up there, but it's like he's on Centrelink at the moment for points. And I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be an open game, because exciting football is the best kind of football. We all know that. That's what Ange loves to play, exciting football. And hopefully Aberdeen come out and try and take 3 points, because that's how I think every game should be played. Every team should always go out there for the 3 points. But look, at the end of the day, regardless of what the score is, Celtic need 3 points. We all know that, but it's not just because Celtic always need 3 points, because that's a true statement. But right now, it's the calm. It's the calm before the storm of an unforgiving month of December, which could really, really open the title race, or it could even close the gap even further from 4 points maybe to 1 point. So right now, at the beginning of this month from hell, I guess we could say, we are going to need to be taking the maximum points on display. And I see it happening against Aberdeen. As I said earlier, I can really see Celtic walking through the park in this match. We're at home, at Paradise. We're for Bertie. And I can see really going out there and putting Aberdeen to the sword. So for that reason, I've got to go for a prediction of, I'd say, 3-0. I'm going to go 3-0. I'm going to say 3-0 purely because I think without Rogic starting and maybe James McCarthy at CDM, maybe that will hinder just a tad. It will hinder our attacking prowess. But I can certainly see if we do start Rogic and just okay with starting him, I can see that number going up to 4 or 5. That's just my opinion though. It probably won't be as heavily as 4 or 5. I would say it's more reasonable to go with a 3-0 scoreline. But it's going to be a solid performance where I think we're going to bag 3 goals, bag the 3 points, and put a smile on old Birdie's face. Old Birdie, old's face. But that is all from me. So remember to drop your scoreline prediction in the comments below. Do you think it will go out and win 3-0? Do you think it will be a much tighter affair? Will Aberdeen park the bus? Will Stephen Glass get sacked after the match? Who knows? Who will Celtic start? But that is all. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and so until next time, hail, hail.